Hello, my name is Mitch Martouche, and tonight I'm going to be talking about using social media professionally. Social media in any business is an important tool that can engage new customers, maintain and strengthen connections with customers, while also acting as an opportunity for customers to endorse the business. Not only that, but it can act as an outlet of promoting goodwill while also addressing any concerns, complaints, or issues customers might have with the product or business. In order to post effectively, you should always consider the ACE acronym, which is Analyze, Composing, and Evaluating any post. In social media, you should analyze your goals, your audience, and what options you have for the social media. Compose an effective social media content for each platform. We'll take a closer look at how different social media platforms require different types of messages and composures. Finally, after posting, you should evaluate the success of your social media efforts and how effective the post was, and if it ultimately increased business. First, we'll focus in on analyzing, and in order to choose a correct social media outlet, you must first analyze the situation to make sure you have picked the right outlet for the right outcome. You can do this by asking yourself the following questions. What goals is your company trying to communicate? What type of audience are you trying to reach? And what is your timeline for new content? In regards to what goals are you trying to communicate? Are you trying to attract new customers, build your business, persuade people to view your website, get people into the store, get people talking? What type of audience are you trying to reach? How will people interact with your post? How will they be viewing your post? Are you talking to 1,000 people? Are you talking to 5 people? Who are you looking to talk to in your posts? Finally, what is your timeline for new content? Are you going to be posting every day, every hour, every week, every month? How often are you going to be able to produce new content, and how often will you be able to post this new content? Next, we'll take a look at the the composing part. After analyzing, you should begin to compose your message in both a professional and attractive manner. When using a business setting, social media content is most effective when it engages your audience, and you can do this by giving them something of value, making them trust your company, motivating them to return to your site, and building a relationship through your message. You can do this by keeping the content casual and conversational. When compared to other business literature, social media is often more casual and conversational, and you should always say your post out loud to make sure it does not sound too rigid or uptight or strict, or while it needs to be professional but not too professional. You should focus on topics related to your business. Posting information your customers want is a key factor in social media content. If you sell apples, you shouldn't be posting about bananas. It sounds silly, but you need to stick to information that's relevant to your business. But you should also avoid obvious self-promotion. You shouldn't be praising yourself all over every post. You should also be posting interactive content. Do not make your post just something that someone can read and be done with. You need to interact and engage your customers, potential customers, and encourage them to share ideas, to comment, to like, to retweet, repost. All this needs to be thought about when composing your message. And next, we'll take a look at specific guidelines that should be used depending on what type of social media source you're using. We'll take a look at 3 very big and popular and prominent ones: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. First, Facebook. Everyone knows Facebook. It's a huge site and can be an extremely useful tool, but you need to post strategically when using it. You should post regularly and take the size of your following into account when posting. If you're posting for 1,000 people, you need to post content that reaches everyone in that group. And on the contrary, if you're targeting a specific demographic, you should post content that's relevant to them. You should use social media prime time. Take advantage of this. If you're in New York and you're trying to reach customers in New York, you shouldn't be posting at breakfast time in LA. You need to be posting when people are active on social media, and be considerate of your time zone and area. You should keep your content lively by diversifying your posts. While a majority text-based platform, Facebook does allow you to post pictures and other content, and you should always take advantage of that. This breaks up the text that many readers will find, and you should focus the audience's attention by sometimes offering rewards or contests or random giveaways. If, for example, I'll be posting 10 people who comment on this post for a 15% off gift certificate. This engages customers, this allows them to interact with you, and this helps people want to come back to your site, to visit your store. Next, Twitter. Very different than Facebook. It's a restricted character limit platform. This sometimes makes it difficult to get into the selected feed that is offered on Twitter. You need to choose your keywords strategically. You should use words that relate to the message you're trying to send. People on Twitter are not reading your entire post. It's a very fast scroll through, read, skim platform. You need keywords that stand out. Similar to that, you need to keep it short and to the point. Few characters. People are skimming, and that's the bottom line. They're not reading the whole post on Twitter. You need keywords, short and to the point, while putting the key idea first that allows people to focus in and understand your message quickly and briefly. You shouldn't be talking about what you had for breakfast if you're trying to sell shoes on Twitter. There's no relation, and if you talk about the beginning of your day before you get to the point, you've lost the readers. Hashtags are also a very important part of Twitter. They have an integrated search engine that allows people to search through content. You should be using any hashtag possible. Anything that relates to your business should be hashtagged on your post. Next, we'll take a look at Instagram. Also very different than both Twitter and Facebook. It is a primarily visually based platform, and that can make it a little challenging to work with. There's not always as much text content that people can look for on Instagram. You need to be aware that the majority of Instagram users are using it on a mobile device, whether it be a smartphone or a tablet, and you should post your images accordingly. Majority of images need to be smaller rather than pictures you might see on Facebook where it's on the whole computer screen. While it is a visually based platform, do not neglect the caption. If people like your post, chances are they'll want to hear more information on it, and this can be done through the caption, whether it's a link, more information, a background story, even something short like your business's address. That can all help a customer and guide them in the right direction to becoming a potential customer. It can guide them into being an actual customer. Similar to Twitter, you can also take advantage of hashtags offered on Instagram. This, very similar to Twitter, also has an integrated search engine where you can look up hashtags and find posts similarly through that engine. After composing and making your post, it is very important to evaluate, as to me this is the most important step. You can have the best post in the world, but if you don't evaluate for its effectiveness, it's really as good as nothing. You need to determine whether your communication was successful, and if not, how to improve that. Did your post increase conversation about your business? What keywords within your post sparked this business, and are people talking about it, mentioning it? Are you getting traffic? At the end of the day, the social media platforms are all about traffic. Are people reblogging your post, retweeting your post? What keywords help them to find your post? Next, has the post attracted any new customers? Any social media post, bottom line is to get new business. If people are talking about it, reposting it, retweeting it, that's all good and great, but has that led to new business? If not, you need to reevaluate how you've posted, how you've made your posts, and see what you can do to change that. And finally, to close it out, how well does your post manage your business reputation? Social media is an extremely interactive platform that is used by many businesses and customers alike. Have there been positive comments on your post? Have you responded to these positive comments? What about negative posts? Have you offered exchanges, refunds, returns on complaints or other issues that may have arose through your posts?